everyone. Good morning to you. It is this day. It is Thursday, April 11th. I'm Michael Taylor. Thanks for joining us today. Hope you had a wonderful week thus far. We're heading into the weekend, maybe a little rain. Sorry to break that to you. I'll bring you that in a minute. But right now, what's on our show today? Well, we have our GRF update with Martin Rosa. He's going to be talking to us about some cost savings that are going on here in the village. And he's going to be talking about the update of the clubhouse renovation over at Clubhouse 1, as well as broadband, Wi-Fi, all sorts of things that are happening here in the village. So stay tuned for that great update coming. Maybe even talk a little softball. We'll explain that later. All right, but right now we want to tell you about staying informed, and we got a good one for you. Hey, Earth Day's coming up. We all live here. We all can at least give one day back to the earth and celebrate a little bit with Earth Day. You can celebrate. There's going to be an electric car show. There's going to be giveaways. There's going to be speakers and more. It's going to be on Thursday, April 18th, a week from today. From 12 to 2:30 over at Clubhouse 5, sponsored by the Concerned Citizens of Laguna Woods Environmental Committee. And this is the annual event that they do right here in the village for Earth Day. So get out there, have some fun. There'll be lots of vendors out there. There'll be lots of folks. Other clubs are going to be represented. So it should be a pretty good day for everything. Hey, speaking of good days, I think we got one more good one before the rains start sneaking into our way. So we got this today. It's going to be a nice warm one once the morning clouds kind of clear out as they're doing. And then tomorrow we're going to be just a little bit cool. We got a 60% chance of rain on Saturday. We have a little bit of possibility of showers in the morning on Sunday, and then we clear out again. So we got these patterns that are coming in. This has been one heck of a wet winter and spring for us, and so it's going to continue here. It looks like it. I don't know about the next rain in the forecast, but we got it coming up this weekend. Hey, let's take a look at our sunrise and our sunset. While we're at it, thank you, Ben Givens, for sending us another beautiful shot over, looks like Corona del Mar area, overlooking the ocean over on the cliffs. And our sunrise this morning was 6:25. Sunset tonight is going to be 7:19. If you'd like to send us a picture like Ben did, you can do so. Send us pictures of your pets, places you've gone, the eclipse, if you got a great eclipse shot, anything you want to send in, sunrise, sunset, right here in the village, go ahead and send it to Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com. Make sure you include your name and where you got the photo, and we will put it in our sunrise, sunset segment. Okay, we got lots of meetings to tell you about, so let's take a look at those. And when we come back, we'll be talking about the Golden Rain Foundation and the updates they have for us here in the village.
Welcome to Laguna Woods Dental Care, where exceptional service meets the residents of Laguna Woods. Dr. Mohsen Mahmood is a proud graduate of USC's Senior Dental Care Program and a published author. He has been serving the Laguna Woods community for over 20 years. Located right outside Gate 3, our team of expert hygienists provide personalized care for every smile, ensuring your smile remains bright and healthy. Take a look at our new monthly specials. We are located upstairs, and there are elevators for easy access. Call to schedule your appointment today.
Hoarding is a complicated subject, but it's something that can quickly become dangerous. Stockpiling items like newspapers, clothes, receipts, or more become unmanageable amounts of clutter, which develops into health and safety risks. The clutter becomes unsanitary and often full of flammable objects. If you or someone you know might be struggling with a hoarding disorder, contact Laguna Woods Village Social Services. Help keep your community safe and healthy by disposing of unwanted, unused, and unnecessary items.
Are you struggling to hear in your noisy dining room? Do you have to pause and think about what people are saying so you can figure out the words? Do you find yourself lost in conversations? Can you hear but you don't understand the words people are saying? You need to get on the Ark. No, not Noah's Ark. This is Stewart's Ark hearing aids with artificial intelligence. You will never know how much better you can hear until you listen to the clear sound and noise right in our office. Call us today. Don't miss the boat and tell them Stewart sent you.
Who is RadNet? You've probably heard our name and seen our commercials, but you still might not know who we are. RadNet is the largest provider of outpatient imaging services in the United States, with over 8,000 employees and almost 400 imaging centers in 7 states. Likely, if you have had diagnostic imaging, you have experienced RadNet's high-quality, cost-effective imaging services. With 35 years of expertise, RadNet is leading into the future with advanced technology and the very latest AI technology. We are positioned for the future of healthcare. RadNet, leading radiology forward.
And welcome back. The Golden Rain Foundation has been keeping pretty busy, and they're going to tell us about what they're up to. I want to welcome Martin Rosa, the Golden Rain Foundation's second vice president for the group. Thank you for joining us.
Michael, thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate being here. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you guys had one of your regular meetings on April 2nd, and there's been some update from the CEO. What were they talking about there?
Well, the CEO gave a terrific report about numerous cost-saving plans that they are implementing, and greatly appreciated because we're, of course, we love to see that. And but as we know, most of the work that goes on with the GRF is done at the committee level.
Right.
And so the one big committee that's that's got a tall task is the Space Planning Committee. That what occurred with Building E and the relocation of security, they did a terrific job in their temporary relocation, but we know that something else has got to be done. And so they're exploring various options, but the one option that I would like to see considered is that what the CEO and their staff did with the cost-saving implementation plans is that they take a look at a space-saving implementation plan and see what can be done there. We know that corporate America has greatly decreased its office footprint through automation, through going paperless,
working from home, all sorts of things.
Technology has greatly shrunk electronics and office space.
You don't have a secretary pool anymore like in the old days. Typewriters going crazy.
And so we need to see what can be done there. There is considerable space on the second floor here that a lot of office real estate. So it needs to be. We need to see what can be done there to for space savings, and we need to do that. Before we actually consider moving any clubs. I mean, that's what has really made this thing difficult. Well, two things, the moving of the clubs and the costs.
Right.
And so, let's get the biggest bangs for our buck, but we just got to make sure that when the dust settles that we don't see that there's like 20 plus spare offices. If that's the case, then we've kind of done a disservice to our members.
Right.
I mean.
So just get everybody where they need to be, working together, and then it frees up the space in other areas.
Yeah, but the extreme importance, and this was the number one thing how it all began is the security department. We need to make sure they're kind of like our first responders. We need to make sure that they have the most state-of-the-art, most up-to-date, mission-critical practices implemented in order for them to be able to do our job for what we need them to do.
Okay. It sounds like it makes a lot of sense for the relocation and all those kind of things. Also, we got to update on Clubhouse One renovations. It's been closed for a little while. A lot of clubs, a lot of folks had to move different places. How is that going? What's the update there?
The construction is going very well, and I'm very happy to see that the adjacent clubs that working around the workers, everybody is staying out of each other's way, and that's a terrific thing. And there's so much. We're spending a lot of money on renovation, and it's direly needed. And of course, we have a lot of stage presentation that occurs, like with the PAC and various clubhouses. And the one topic that I wanted to just implement is that, of course, in the 20th century we had projectors and that. And in the 21st century, the big thing has been the usage of display boards.
Right, display boards, just giant screens.
Yes.
The image is more clear. We don't have to worry about sunlight coming in and out.
You don't have to worry about something in front of it for stage presence. And I know that we all know Debbie Dotson, who does the show Let's Talk Tech.
Sure.
Terrific show. I appreciate if everybody could tune into what she does. Terrific work she does. She attended the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas. She said there was a lot going on about display boards. So I just want to see that as we move forward in our renovation projects, that we utilize the latest of technology that's available that we think in the 21st century.
Right.
Like I say for the security department.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Now, are the projectors going back in there, or are we going to have the displays?
Oh no, there's definitely applications for some of the projectors. I mean, today's new projectors are 4K.
Yes, absolutely.
And but I mean, you're limited in how far you can be away. And I'm sure you've seen like today's stages. Especially in broadcasting, you see what they can do with stage presence with the display boards and
we got a monitor right back here.
That's right. It's a big screen there, and it's getting to be like that big picture there.
The whole video walls and a lot of TV.
Well, you've seen the billboards. You've seen the dashboards in the cars today. It's all display board now.
Now, what do you envision on those? You see like a scrolling kind of announcements, community information going on those things,
well,
or what would your vision be for that?
I'm seeing like when an artist is performing, they can be creative to do and provide not just an audio present, but a visual presence there that, and that's what how stage construction is moving towards, is offering a visual.
Yeah, they're doing that a lot in the Broadway shows too, where they aren't changing sets; they're just doing video board background kind of things.
There
it's
you go.
Kind of an amazing effect that we've seen.
We just got to do our due diligence, they say, to make sure that it's in the right application.
Sure, absolutely. Let's talk broadband. Let's talk about that.
Well, that's my baby. That's what got me close to the GRF board, was because of my experience in building digital transmission systems in industry. Our broadband system that we have here in the community is aging. The parts are at end of life. It's hard to get them. It's a hybrid system that you've got fiber and copper. The copper is corroding, the fittings and so forth.
Right.
There's line amplifiers and converters and power supplies and batteries along the way that get knocked out by storms and flooding. And the thing of it is that it's been a workhorse for us.
Right. But like you say, there's an end of life. There's only so much spit, grit, and duct tape you can put on stuff before it's gone.
But I mean, Paul and his staff have done a tremendous job with West Coast Internet. I mean, they provide also a hybrid signal, channelized television and packetized internet. I mean, it's a workhorse, but it has seen its better days. The good news is that our previous generation, 25 years ago, they installed a spare pipe. And that is huge, because with that our consultants say that represents up to 75% of the cost of installing a new system.
Right.
So as we go to a new system that we're looking at, it's just active equipment at the head end, and then active equipment at the resident end. And then in the middle, all you've got are these little termination optical splitter, passive optical splitters that need no power. They have very low insertion loss, that you don't lose much signal through it. And you can put up to 1 into 32 ports in there. And I call it a simplistic advancement. To try to put some words to it, because what we had before and what we will have afterwards is going to be so much more streamlined, and it's going to provide the speeds for the streaming and the options that you can know that like now you're going to have your Wi-Fi, and it's going to be kind of what the industry's done is they've made advancements in broadband, and then here come the apps people.
Right.
They say, oh, we're going to build here. Well, and then so, well, the broadband people, they got, well, then we need more broadband.
Capacity.
And it's like they go back and forth. It's like we know that the applications of tomorrow are going to be they're going to be bandwidth hogs. and so we have to be prepared for that.
Right.
We have to be prepared.
And with that
for
extra pipe, that's just for folks who don't understand, we're just going to be able to pull the new wiring through there instead of the old coax cable and that kind of thing we're
Right.
talking about. And so there's not going to be trenching. We're not going to be digging up neighborhoods and that kind of
They
thing.
did that work in the
Wow.
90s, thank goodness. It's like, I know that the staff is working to see that what the condition of the piping is, and they've had some successes. And I'm just, it's just, there's an opportunity here, and we definitely have to take it.
There we go. So the migration of it is, like we said, it's going to be 75% of the work's already done and the equipment's all there. What do you see in terms of if I'm at home and I'm hearing all this stuff and I'm not a techie and I'm a resident, what it's going to mean for me when it comes into my house? What's the difference going to be?
Yeah, for you, you're going to have greater streaming speed in order to be able to see what you want to see. Like we know that right now, cable TV is migrating to be not channelized but packetized in itself. All these networks are providing more streaming services. Some of them looking just like you've got cable, but it's actually all streaming. And so in that sense, if with one of those applications, it looks the same, but you're going to have very good quality of service. I think that there's going to be other functions that you're going to have off your Wi-Fi as well. But I know that sometimes you don't need that much speed. But I do see that in the future, those applications are going to grow, and you're going to be prepared to be able to handle it. You're not going to be able to have to look at that buffer wheel that you have to see waiting to catch up, to where you're at in the program. So there's a lot going on with respect to cable programming right now. The networks, the only way they can make money is off the cable programming. But and so the cable programmers or the cable companies they're moving away from their channelized TV to a more packetized streaming system, and we need to be prepared for that. And right now, our current system, it's the last generation. It's end of life.
Now, all of this sounds great, and it also sounds expensive. So if I'm an end user, if I'm a resident here in the community, am I going to see a difference in what I'm charged? How are the costs going to be
We're looking
absorbed?
at studies to that through the committee to see what our best options are. We know that even right now the administration and the FCC are getting involved in that. Okay. When we're talking about community. What is that? The Community Association Institute. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
They put out a bulletin about the FCC. I think it's docket 17-142 that is talking about eliminating bulk billing, which is what we do for many of our amenities that we have, like the pools, the golf courses, the pickleball. All that is all through. We can do that. The support all these structures, these clubs, via bulk billing, at least the infrastructures. The same thing with our cable infrastructure. We can provide the best service for the least amount of money. Now, if you think that what the FCC is thinking, well, instead of cable, you can go wireless. Well, you can to some degree. Right now, the cell companies, they can only support about 30 users per cell tower.
Right, that's the thing. There's only so much capacity in those cell towers.
Exactly, and their speed is much less. And if you want to go and get a Starlink uplink, go for
Good luck
it.
with that.
But even that has capacity and latency issues. So, and when it comes to the quality of service, I believe that if we stay with what we have, the main thing is that it's important that the residents contact their U.S. Senator. Is it Senator Padilla?
Alex Padilla, right?
Padilla, yeah, to contact his office. We know that Young Kim has already signed off on the our U.S. representative to Congress has already signed off on that. But contact our senator so that to let your voice be known that we need to continue with what we're doing in order to provide the lowest price and the best quality of service.
There we go. Now, switching topics just a little bit.
Okay.
You're a softball fan.
Oh yes, I am, and I want to do a shout out to my to my softball buddies. Every Tuesday morning we get together at Sheep Hill Park, and we've got these modified rules that keep us safe, but we get out there and we just have a riot and have so much fun. Well, the thing of it is, and in talking with Recreation, I still got to do some work with CAC and media. We've thrown down the gauntlet.
Okay. Here it comes.
We've thrown down the gauntlet to our beloved security forces that we want to take them on. Okay, and if they need some help from VMS staff like yourself or anybody,
I'll go grab my old mitt.
There you go. We want to play them in a charity softball game to play for Laguna Woods Village Foundation. We have not got the details yet on exactly the date, the location, the time, but we definitely are. The gauntlet's been thrown down that we want to make this happen, and the guys are ready to some degree. They're ready. I mean, I used to do this with the radio station that I worked for, and we used to have so much fun. The same company that owned our radio station also owned the Harlem Globetrotters. So we got to play against them. We got to play against the Detroit area firefighters. And it was always a big hit that to bring everybody out. And it's all for charity.
Right.
And everybody has a good time. But usually those firefighters, they were pretty beefy. And I think there's some security guys I wouldn't want to mess with.
Yeah, but there are only so many of them. We still have to have the gates guarded, and we still have they can't all leave that day for the game.
That's right.
So how long you've been playing softball forever then, really? Huh?
Well, but I put the mitt down for like 30 years.
Oh, really? Okay.
And it wasn't until I moved here 2.5 years ago that I heard about this, and I've had so much fun just getting the old bones working again. And
that's terrific.
It's been a lot of fun getting out there.
All right, Martin Rosa, great work at the committee for Golden Rain Foundation, and great softball player, as we've just discovered. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
Seniors fear running out of money more than death itself, and the number one mistake you can make is underestimating volatility, which can derail your retirement. For 35 years now, I've coached seniors to financial independence by using 2 simple rules. Never take big losses and create income along the way. It's your financial future. Call now to get a free risk analysis to ensure your investments are protected, and we'll send you our Safer Money System, 949-219-0692.
At Adapt to It, we strive to make the everyday tasks easier by providing our customers with the tools they need to be successful. We carefully explain the use and care of all of our equipment. Adapt to It has been in Laguna Woods for over 20 years, and we know that nothing in life stays constant. So we can help you adapt to all the changes in your life. Adapt to It sells and rents items and always delivers with a smile. Come in today to experience what we mean when we say, when you can't change it, adapt to it.
The Salvation Army Orange County is committed to building hope in people's lives rather than just more shelters. The Center of Hope, a comprehensive homeless care solution, combines a 325-bed emergency shelter, 72 permanent supportive housing apartments, on-site medical, dental, vision, and mental health care, and an award-winning drug and alcohol rehabilitation center. Donate today to transform lives, create safer neighborhoods, and provide an opportunity to end chronic homelessness in Orange County.
There's a lot of talk about over-the-counter hearing aids, and that's exactly what they are. Over-the-counter, self-serve. Self-diagnose, self-fit, self-adjust. It's the total opposite of proper hearing health care. I'm Ann Mundell-Noel, audiologist and owner of Amazing Hearing. Start with proper hearing test, and we'll see if over-the-counter or traditional hearing aids are right for you. Call us today to get started on the right path for hearing health.
Trying to remember where my softball mitt is. I'm not 100% sure. All right, well, we got some great announcements for you coming up. We with the poetry, reading, and jazz. We're going to celebrate National Poetry Month with those folks. Laguna Woods Village Coffee House, Poetry Jazz. It's going to be on Wednesday, April 17th, over at Clubhouse 3, and it's going to be from 2 to 4 p.m. Get out there, enjoy it. Membership, you have membership, it's going to be free, and for guests, it's going to be $5. So hope you enjoy that one. And we got another announcement for you too. It's the spring social event brought to you by Memorial Care Saddleback Medical Center and Thrive. It is going to be on Thursday, April 18th from 2 to 3 p.m. over at Clubhouse 7. There's going to be snacks, a charcuterie board. Just for that, I'm out there. They're going to be talking about nutritional tips. They're going to be giveaways. There's going to be all sorts of fun stuff. Space is limited, so it's going to be first come, first serve. And if you want to RSVP, you can call the senior advocate, Jessica, at 949-452-3791. Hey, let's take a look at our weekend movies before we head out. We got some good ones for you. On Friday, we have Lars and the Real Girl with Ryan Gosling. Ryan plays a delusional young man who strikes up an unconventional relationship with a doll that he finds on the internet. Lars Lindrum is awkwardly shy young man in a Northwest town who finally brings home a girl of his dreams to his brother and sister's house, but the only problem is, she's a doll, so that's going to be a problem. That should be a fun one on Friday. And then Saturday, we got another good one for you, The Boys in the Boat. This one just came out. This is that new one a lot of people heard about, and it is brought to us by Saddleback Memorial Care, and it's going to be on 2 p.m. With the subtitles, 6 p.m. without the subtitles, and it is the true story centered on the University of Washington's rowing team from the Depression era and their beginnings, and then all the way to 1936, where they win the gold medal in Berlin. Spoiler alert, sorry about that. You should know that it's history. It happened 70 years ago. All right, let's take a quick check on our weather before we head out. And we got one more warm day, and the clouds have pretty much cleared up. We're going to have mostly sunny skies for the rest of the day. Then we start a cooling trend, and then unfortunately it looks like we're going to have some 50%, 60% chance of rain over the weekend, a little bit maybe even more on Sunday, and then we clear up again. So that's your weekend, folks. Hope you have a good one. Make sure you get out there and enjoy today. Tomorrow on the program, we have Reformed Temple of Laguna Woods, and we have Sports Center with Cole Young, so make sure you tune in tomorrow with Bobby on that show. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.
Ready to hear the good news? From teaching others how to use their iPhone at the Mac Club or volunteering at the History Center, our community saves thousands of dollars. And there's more. The special volunteer luncheon happens because of sponsors. Recently, it was Memorial Care, Ivy Living, and Freedom Village that stepped up to help offset the cost. These are just a few of the many good things that happen in your community. Help be a part of it and volunteer today.